Hi guys, just a quick analysis here. I've just gotten out the New Zealand dollar short, so I've just journaled this trade, which was just to point this one out. Quick update. This was the weekly supply level, and I was looking at this 240-minute fresh and original level, and then I went down to 15-minute, and I've just journaled that. In fact, let me just open that to show you. And then we'll go into a couple of trade setups I'm looking at and where you could be caught out and tricked out as well. You've got to be a bit careful. So when I look at the analysis, let's have a look. The New Zealand dollar one. Just started doing this journaling for the Discord group. So basic New Zealand dollar. This was the setup. Um, weekly slash 240, which ended up being a 240 slash 15. So it was a weekly trend supply, respecting the trend line, respecting the supply, and I was looking for that 240 fresh and original level inside the weekly supply. So a little bit more advanced, but that's what I did. Basically, found this 240 drop base drop. As you can see, it's very clean, very like the one here that worked. Very clean, very clear. There's no mess here. I only trade these absolute gems of supply like this, fresh and original. Price came in, could have took this whole level. My target was at the, and I'll just come back to the weekly. My target's down here, which I've just hit. In fact, I moved it 15 pips. Actually, I took the target off, put my stop 15 pips above under a structure last night, hoping for another daily down. Bonus territory, didn't work, got stopped out. Sacrificed 15 pips out of 165, so 166, ended up 151 pip target. So this fresh and original level, I used the 240 15 set up inside the 240-minute level. So if we go to the 15, and basically I've got two charts here. If we just enlarge this, no, where we go. Let me have a little look. That was that level. Let's have a look at this one. This is the 15-minute chart. This was the rally, and this was the pivot and the rally high that I drew somewhere between the 15 and the 30. Took out demand, made a drop, double top. I entered, and I actually had a target down here, about 3 or 4 to 1. Put my stop to, no, I didn't even move my stop. I tell a lie. What happened? Price come back, believe it or not, and actually stopped me out, even though my stop was above here. And I'm testing out this broker called Tickmill. Do not recommend it. Simple as that. He's got a spread of about 0.81 pip. Basically, it's 3 pips. They added another pip below and another pip above. They're motherfuckers. Don't trade Tickmill. Not if you're a day trader. If you're a long-term trader. So I was a bit pissed off about that. So I waited for this open. The market opened here. There was a gap. Break of structure trend line. It's a nice supply. Took this supply level. Nice tight 12 pip stop. And I thought I added to the position. Actually, I thought, you know what? I put in, I was only putting small amounts, but I put in up to 2%. I thought, motherfuckers, I'm going to take you to the cleaners. And it worked. So I took this trade using the new broker called Tickmill. Avoid it. I'm going to not use this at all in the future. I hit the first target at the 240-minute load, and price came back to stop me out. So this is my journaling. So I know I therefore re-entered a second trend line break and decided to hold position to a weekly target. Result, risk 12 pips, target 151. Overall was a 12.5 to 1, which, not the best ones. I like the 20 and 30s on these bigger time frames, but you get what you're given. And that was the trade journaling on that. So if we come back now into the live markets, I'm going to show you one at the Euro Aussie dollar. Now, this is for the Discord group, really, because anybody watching this on YouTube might think, I don't understand what's going on. That's fine. I've got my Discord group. If you want to join now, I'm going to start taking members, but you're not allowed to post until I tell you to post, because I had to kick out about 50 altogether. So basically, we've got an uptrend. We broke the trend line and we removed this demand here, rally-based rally. So now we can officially take a short from any of these areas, really. It could be it's a double top and also a pretty much a drop base drop. But I'm going to be a bit careful, and I'm going to show you why. On the monthly, we are in an uptrend, and I'm not. The next lesson I'm going to teach in the Discord is about the timing of the candle. Okay, that's going to be my next video. At the moment, we've spoke about, and I'll point this out as well. Let me just come back. the lessons that I've done so far, I'll just show you on the Canva design. Trend lines, which is the break really of the trend lines, but if you know what the break is, you know how to draw trend lines correctly, the way I do. The lesson 2 was the trend, supply and demand, and lesson 3 I've just posted is the candles and the trend. So the higher time frame candlestick, the lower time frame trend, whether it's a momentum and or whether it is a trend structure. And this is kind of the brief, if I open up, of what we're doing on Discord at the moment. So I'm trying to restructure it at the moment to make it very nice. So this is the candles and trend, the higher time frame candles, the one that I've just done, impulse versus non-impulse. Very, very simple concept. And let me just open the other 2 lessons, the trend line break rules, which is there. And the last one is going to be that I've made so far. Trend, supply and demand. Okay, so these are, I want to keep it as clean and simple as possible. That's what the point of the Discord group is. So I'm going to take a few members, not loads, just to see if people obey by these lessons, understand it and apply it and can journal it and post your trade setups correctly. If not, I will kick you out the group. It's as simple as that. And later on, if it goes very well, then it will be a subscription-based group. But there's a free opportunity at the moment. We are swing traders and long-term traders, so I'm not really posting. I do post intraday stuff when I see it, but generally we want to stick for the high reward, low risk. So we're using monthly, weekly, and daily, possibly a 240 as the higher time frame. So with this, we've got this trend line. It's not really a monthly trend line because we've got a rally-based rally. It is more of a weekly trend line, which we've got a break, and now we've got this area to potentially short. But why I will not short this area is because we're the 29th of June. This is the timing, candlestick timing video that I've not made yet for you guys. And look at this wick on the monthly. If we close, unless we have the next couple of days, when does the month close? Next day, one more day. Unless this drops like a ton of bricks, which it can do, highly unlikely at the moment, but it could do. So I would be expecting a huge move down today of approximately 300 or 500 pips. Never seen that before. I'm not looking at news announcements. It's a cross pair, Euro Aussie, but that's what I'm expecting to happen, and I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, looking at this structure. So I'm not really going to trade the weekly short here. I'm waiting for it to close above because this looks more like a flag pattern. If I go to the daily, this looks more like a flag pattern. We've got a close above on this overall structure on a daily, a close above here, and a nice rally-based rally at the break of the trend line. So I'd be more inclined to wait until the monthly candle closes tomorrow, and then next week, because I don't think I'll trade Friday, maybe well next week, maybe in next couple of days down, beginning of the month, we'll hit this area for a huge move up. So this is potentially a long breakout setup, which I've not even mentioned in the Discord group as well. We're talking about taking simple trend areas. So here we go. Break, potential pullback into this area for a long opportunity. So I'll be watching the daily candles down and using a 60-minute, possibly watching 240 or 60-minute candles using a 15 or 5. And we get to the extreme, I'll be watching very carefully. So that's more of a sort of confirmation setup. So if we look at the monthly, if that is the case and we get in, initial first target would be here, okay, at my monthly highs here. The second target I'm going to let roll because if we break this whole area, we've been here before, then there is room for the next area of, this is all liquidity to me, so this is the next area. So I've got 2 targets, as you can see there, so we're going to remove this. So this is a potential long setup that I'm looking at if the short traders following the weekly get stopped out. This is a weekly stop. There's a lot of fucking money trying to short this. If they all get taken out, there's going to be a huge liquidity spike. So that's what I'm looking at. Euro Aussie. Bit complicated, but still following the rules. Now let's have a look at the Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD, let's start with the monthly. The monthly, break of a trend line, break of supply, close above. This is an area I definitely want to go long. There is a little bit of mess, drop, base, drop. This is more weekly, as we can see here. Now, the weekly, we got an actual close above the trend line, but not above the level. Okay, so the weekly has not turned. So this structure is a little bit more weekly. It has not turned. And this was the level I was watching. It's gone into the level. Could be into fake out because there's another level here at the extreme of the monthly. But I want to see some kind of turn anywhere now on this. This is the weekly higher time frame candles, and I'm going to use the 240 minute. So this is what I was watching initially. I can see it's taken out this low. I've not taken an entry on this. I'm watching it, and we've got some kind of structure. I'm going to go right from the top here now because we're somewhere between the 240 and the daily, and we're starting to take and close, almost will be soon, above this supply level right here. Once we get a close above and outside that trend line, I am going to watch very carefully as a confirmation trade again for a long in this area. Okay, using the 240/15. So when the 15 comes down, structure into this area, and we break the trend line plus any supply, I may just take the first entry there at 0.5%. If we pull back, my set and forget will probably be for 50% in between the entries. So let's just say, for example, I enter, it drops here, and I enter here. My stop's going to be below the low. I'm going to put 50% on there, and then another 50% on here. 0.5, creating a 1% entry with my stop here. So this one will double the amount that this one's going to make. So that will be my, and I'm talking for huge targets here now. Now, if that gets stopped out, nothing wrong with that. If I have the setup, I'm taking it, just like clockwork. So the next scenario is on the weekly, price may keep dropping into this area. So if we keep dropping, I will probably use the daily. Not the daily, sorry, the 240 again. So we start to drop, adjust the trend line, for example, like this, and wait for the next break above in that area. Okay, so if that dropped from here, we need to close above this level and above the trend line. So, and if it ranges here, I will obviously adjust my trend line accordingly. So I'm just following what I see. I'm trading what I see, not what I feel. So definitely longs anyway for the Aussie CAD on the monthly. Target up in that area. If it's the weekly, the first target will probably be in that area to make sure. Maybe even taking 3 targets, maybe 1.5, 0.5 position on each. So I might have a first target down here, second target, and a third target. I will see what happens next week. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to really talk. Dollar CAD, I think we got this one. I'm looking at this today. Right, monthly, first of all, this is the big monthly. So I want to trade to this area, target in this area. So we're bouncing from a monthly. We've definitely taken out any structure to the downside momentum. We've taken out this supply, demand's in control. We've got a potential wick at the close. So fantastic for next month to go long. I'm just going to have a little look. So I'm waiting for close above this level. You can see broken the trend line. If we close above this level, I'm looking at anywhere to go long in this area. Okay, so I want to close today or tomorrow, and then I'm looking for next month to pull back. Think about the candles, monthly candle into this wiki area. So if we drop and then break up, and I can watch a daily and a 60 for entry on this, got a nice target of near the 4.9 area, 4.900, and we'll be getting in around about the 4.3, 500 pip moves. I'm looking for big moves here, chaps. So I just wanted to get that one out there. I'm going to put that on the YouTube channel, not just the Discord YouTube, and show people what we're doing. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you've seen me to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the Discord group. Take care.